Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Fix Morning Show. I'm Tony T here, and on our show today, we'll have picks for you from the NBA as well as the college basketball card tonight. And of course, we'll have parlays in our peripheral segment at the end of the show. And we're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time here with the Tony Fix Morning Show. So make sure you guys give us a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe. It really helps up our channel when you give us that thumbs up, builds up our audience. We greatly appreciate that. So let's beat the cappers and get right to the picks. So we don't mess around here on the Tony Fix Morning Show. Let's say, Rod, what's going on?
It's going, staying warm, trying to stay warm anyways. Tonight's cold. I went 3-4 yesterday on the premium side of things, so little losing day. Tired of these little losing days. Time to get off the losing days and go in the right direction. It's been close. We've been at games that have been coming right down to the wire, and then the bounces just go your way. So one of those days. On to the next one. Look at this loaded card today. 15 NBA. Half decent college basketball slate as well. So let's find some winners here today.
Let's find some winners indeed. Let's say hello to Sean. Sean finding some winners yesterday with a big day yesterday.
College hoops getting done 6-2. There had the Memphis winner there over Phoenix. So a rare NBA find, but we'll take a win there, and maybe I'll find an NBA one today. But college basketball is getting done for me, so that's where I'm gonna focus.
Absolutely. Very great job there from Sean. Let's hello Solo, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Top of the morning. Happy to be here. I think we went 3-3. We've been kind of getting juiced out the last 2-3 days, but it's a huge slate today. You know, plenty of spots to make some money. Let's get to it.
That's it, too. And indeed, yeah, look at bats from a 1-2 in one day. Had that push in the total. St. Mary's and Santa Clara couldn't get another point across the board there to make it a 500 day, but we'll get it back here today. We'll get it rolling here on the Tony Fix Morning Show. Of course, we'll get started here with the NBA. So let's take a look here at the games here. We'll start with the three on the block here on this 15-game card. Remember, we got games today. We got games tomorrow. Then we have the All-Star break. Then we come back Wednesday with the wildfire makeup game between the Hornets and Lakers. So that's how the schedule looks here, heading here as we head into the All-Star break. I think we're getting El Nino's here. He's just making sure his hair looks good. Let's bring him in right now. El Nino's, what's happening?
Yeah, my bad. I guess my hair will have to do for now.
All right, hair will have to do for now. We got Al in right now. All right, let's get to the NBA here. We started off with the Spurs and Celtics here. It looks like the Celtics up to 9 in some spots. There's a lot of 8.5s, total 233. Pacers and Wizards. We got the Pacers on a back-to-back here, laying 10, total 240. They didn't do well for me at all yesterday. Hornets and Magic 12.5, total 203. Let's take a look at this injury report here. Starting with the Spurs and the Celtics. Basie still out for San Antonio. Holiday out for Boston. Craig and Brown questionable. Charlotte and the Hornets here head-to-head. We've got for Charlotte Ball, Okiji, and Williams out. Diabate questionable. Wong will be probable. Suggs is doubtful for Orlando. We move on to the Indiana Pacers and Wizards. We've got Turner out for Indiana. Bay, Gill, Middleton, Smart out for Washington. We have Alex Sarr here. Will be questionable. Welcome Chris into this fray here. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Was having a little bit of issue with the link, but I'm here.
All right, very good. We got Chris here. All right, so let's get this one underway here with Rob.
Yeah, looking at the Pacers, it's the second of a back-to-back, and what do they do in the back-to-back spot? Well, they're 2-5 this year, ATS in the back-to-back spot. But you look at the first half of games, well, they're only 1-6 in the back-to-back spot. So give me the Wizards plus the 6 in the first half in that matchup. And then you look at the Spurs and Boston. And the total in that one, I like the over. I think we see some pace in that one. Spurs have been definitely scoring some points, hitting 49% of their field goals, scoring about 118 a game. And then you look at the Spurs defensively. Well, they've given up about 49% field goal shooting and averaging about 120 points a game giving up. So we get plenty of points to get us up and over this total. It opened 234. It's down. People think we're going to get an under. I like the over 233. I think we easily cruise into the 240 range. Spurs, Boston. Give me the over there.
There from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Chris.
We're doing which one? Spurs, Boston.
Spurs, Celtics, Pacers, Wizards, and Hornets, and the Magic.
Gotcha. So with the Spurs, Boston, I mean, Boston's had 2 games where they've covered and stuff, so they're a little bit outside of the formula we use, but I'd still go with the Spurs there just to We know what Boston does there usually after a win. It's too many points for me to be laying with the Magic, so I'm going to take the points with the Hornets there. And then I'll probably take the over in the Pacers Wizards.
There from Chris. Next up, we move right on over to Sean.
Spurs, 4 road games, 6 nights, 6 days there. I lean Boston with the number there. Pacers and Wizards, got to look at the over. I mean, back-to-back for Indiana. Wizards are just a hot mess. And, man, this Magic team, I want to take the Magic. I do. That's what a 12.5. Forget it. I prefer the Celtics, believe it or not, there as a big fave.
Yeah, from Sean. Next up, we move on over to Al.
Yeah, I think all 3 favorites are laying a few too many points here, but I like that first half look that Rod brought up. So I'll keep going along that theme and take them all in the first half. You know, the teams don't necessarily need to win the first quarter; they're more worried about winning the full game. So if they're down a point or 2 at the half, it's not like they're gonna panic and throw all their best starters in. You know, just to. Although they probably finished the quarter with the starters on the court. But anyways, they wouldn't be as pressed to cut into that lead if they were behind us at the half as they would the full game. So I'll take all 3 dogs first half. I'm seeing Spurs +5, Wizards +5.5, Hornets +6 in the first half. +7, sorry, in the first half.
And there from Al on over to Solo.
Pacers and the Wizards. Pacers on back-to-back with a little travel. I think Washington's got a little rest. Indy's probably pissed off from that loss last night. I think they'll come in and take care of business. But I think Washington's been playing well. I think these teams probably get up and down. So let's take the over 239.5. Charlotte and Orlando, I'm on the opposite side of that one. I think these teams struggle to score. I just don't see where it's coming from. I don't like the way Orlando's playing. I'm going to take this total under.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Boy, this Magic team has failed to cover 12 of 14. Hornets have covered 5 of 7 as dogs in this spot. I'll look at him. I'll look at the taking the points there with Charlotte, Spurs, and the Celtics. I'm going to look over the total. Spurs 12-4 the over against the East. Against winning teams, they're also 7-4 to the over on the road. Looking at this San Antonio team over their past 5 road games, allowing 117 points per 100 possessions, and we know Boston can they can put up points at home, 121 points per 100 possessions here in their past 3 at home. I'll look for the over in that one between San Antonio and Boston. Pacers and Wizards. Look at the Wizards here. We look at Indiana. They've been struggling here against losing teams. 5-10 the spread on the road against losing teams. It is a back-to-back for the Pacers. Wizards have their rest advantage here. Looking at the Pacers, they've been struggling here from the 3-point line. Had that big struggle last night from 3. They failed to cover 5 of their past 6 games. I'll look at the Wizards here plus the points. All right, let's continue here. On the Tony Tomorrow Show, as we get ready for the next series of games from the NBA, we have Hawks and Knicks. We've got the Knicks 8, total 239.5. Cavs and Raptors. Cavs up to 14.5, total 235.5. 236 is out there. Sixers and the Nets. Here we've got the Sixers 3 on the road, total 213. Let's take a look at the injuries here. We know there was Embiid situations and these back-to-backs. But anyway, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, no Gordon doubtful, Lowry doubtful. We know Embiid doesn't play back-to-backs. On the Brooklyn side, no Bogdanovich, no Clowney, no Cam Thomas. Claxton is questionable there for Brooklyn. Atlanta and New York, we've got Krejci and Lance out. Trae Young, probable. On the Knicks side, OG and Dadiet are questionable. Robinson out. There, Cleveland and Toronto. We've got Wade and Okoro out. Strus and Jerome questionable. On the Raptors side, Tucker out. Ingram doubtful. Ingram just got a big contract, by the way. They just locked him up for 3 years there. So breaking news there with Ingram with Toronto. Poto and Barrett are questionable. So we get started here with Rod.
Yeah, for me, looking at Atlanta and New York, I like an over here. It's going to be a track meet in that one. Not a lot of defense played there between those two. And you look at the Knicks in the back-to-back spot. Guess what? 6-1 to the over in the back-to-back spot this year are these Knicks. So I like a high score in the game in that one. And you look at Atlanta when they're trying to revenge a loss. They're 21-8 to that over this season. So give me the over between Atlanta and New York. And then looking at the Raptors game here, I like the Raptors in the first half. Raptors actually fared not bad in the first halves against the spread, especially when they're been playing a lot of games. 6 games, 10 night situation. Raptors are 11-2 ATS in that first half. They're actually not bad on the first or in full game as well in the back-to-back spot. I believe it's 6-2 ATS in the back-to-back spot. So give me the Raptors in the first half. You get 8 with them in the first half. I'll take the Raptors plus the 8 in the first half in that one.
Yeah, from Rob, move on over to Chris.
Yeah, Hawks Knicks definitely going to take the over there. If I had to lean a side, I would take the Hawks. With the points, just as a fade of the Knicks. Cavs Raptors did the video on YouTube on that one. You guys can check that out. Took the over there. I think we get up and down on that one. And the 76ers Nets, I know it's 213. I'm taking the under. It's the first to 100 that wins that one probably.
All right, from Chris on over to Sean.
Yeah, Knicks and the Hawks. I would probably just lean Atlanta because I think there's points there, but you guys are probably right with the total in that one. Toronto, back-to-back road games there, right? I don't, I know it's a bunch of points. I'd probably lean a team total over there for Cleveland. 132, 122, 136 versus Toronto this year. So I'd lean team total over for Cleveland. I'll dig that one up there. I'll probably be an end of the show pick there. And Philly, yeah, who's playing in this one there? You said who? Claxton's questionable. I didn't know
questionable.
Speedy Claxton's like 45 years old. That guy's still playing?
Nick Claxton. He's the untouchable guy. They wouldn't move him. So he's doing something right.
He's the young big kid. He's good.
Yeah.
I'll go under here. The Nets, 6 games under 500 their last 10. 2 of them they scored 104. So just give me a broad stroking under on that game.
Yeah, from Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, I wanted to take the Sixers so bad, but couldn't quite get there on the back-to-back on the road there. Probably my favorite first half pick is the Raptors. We're getting almost 10 points with them in the first half, 8.5 points with the Raptors. Head into 9. The way this line is moving here, I wouldn't rush to bet that one either. It looks like a lot of money coming in on the Cavs. That line is moving up. And yeah, got a pick on the Hawks next game, and I guess that gives away. So I'm on the Hawks. That one on the video, but yeah, I like the Hawks getting the points here. I think it's a good spot for them.
From Al Nino is next up on over to Solo.
Atlanta, New York. New York's back to back. Coming home for a road game. They've been strong at home, but Trae Young in the Garden. I'm always going to sign up for that. Plus with the points, Atlanta. I know they got some injuries, but I think they'll find a way to get up and down. But I think Atlanta keeps this close. I'm gonna take Atlanta plus the 8. Cleveland and Toronto. Toronto, like you said, I just think they play good at home. I mean, give them some low points. I know Cleveland is a real deal. The spread is huge, but I'm going to take the Raptors with the points.
Yeah, from Solo, tell you what I think about these games. I'm going to continue with Cleveland overs. They've been hitting here. I like Cleveland, Toronto over the total here against these high-scoring teams. Raptors 6-3, the over at home, facing teams that average 116 points per game or greater. The Cleveland here, look at their past 4 on the road, 127 points per 100 possessions. Raptors put up points in their home court. Cavs here over their past 5, 126 points a game with great shooting. I look at the over there with that one. Hawks and Knicks. Yeah, I'm going to look here at the Hawks with the spot here. When the Hawks are road dogs of 3.5 to 9.5, they are 10-6 to the spread as a road dog. We know they have rest advantage in this one. The Hawks have covered 6 straight, winning 4 of those games on a little bit of a cover streak for this Atlanta Hawks team. So I'll take them plus the points. And in that Sixers and Nets game, just give me the under here. The Nets, a miserable shooting team right now. Traded their guys. They're not getting points. Nets 13-6 the under at home as a dog. Nets have gone under 9 of their past 10. Doesn't surprise because they traded away a lot of their shooters. A lot of the scorers are gone. And I'll look at the under in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show. Guys, we're giving you our free picks, but if you want our best bets, visit our site at tonyspicks.com. We're a multi-capper site. You see many of our cappers here on this show, on our live streams, doing our videos, on the leaderboards here. Guys like Sean Higgs. We got Rod Sawacki up here as well. We see Solo, doing great work in the NBA. Al coming off a good day in the NBA. Chris, one of our leaders in the NBA this year. So, guys, get on over there, get signed up, and use our promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 15% off. The link is in the description to get on over to the site. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. Sean, are you the leader as well? Let's get to the next series of games. we're going to do Detroit and Bulls again after yesterday's slaughterhouse. Pistons are laying 6, total 236.5. Heat and Thunder here. We got the Thunder here, 13.5, total 219.5, way up from a Chris opener of 215.5. Kings and Pelicans. We got the Kings here, 5 on the road, total 238.5. We'll take a peek at the injuries here on this injury report here for these series of games. Sacramento once again coming in with a clean injury report for the Pelicans game. Boston and Olynyk are out. McCollum questionable for New Orleans. Detroit and Chicago. Ivy continues to be out. We know he's going to be out for a few weeks with that broken leg. Ball and Sanogo here are questionable. And Miami, OKC, Love, Stevens out. Jaquez and Hero are questionable. On the OKC side, no Holmgren. Holmgren is the injured list again. No Mitchell, no Wallace, no Deng. So we got you caught up there. Let's go to Rod.
Yeah, and I'll take the Heat plus the 13.5 points. This is just too many for OKC to be laying. You look, OKC's on a little 3-game winning streak versus the Heat, but the earlier meeting was a 7-point win for OKC. The one before that was a 7-point win. The one before that was an 8-point win, and then the Heat had a nice little 6-game winning streak. So 13 points against the Heat, way too many. Give me the Heat plus the 13 in that matchup. And then the other one, that's why looking at Detroit taking on the Bulls. Bulls looked awful yesterday, absolutely awful. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just go right back to the team that whooped the other team. I just don't. All of a sudden, you can think the Bulls are going to get up off the mat after what we seen yesterday. That was ugly. Pistons whooping up on the Bulls again. I'll lay it there in that matchup.
I said, run it back there.
Run it back, same thing, repeat. It'll be like Groundhog's Day all over again. I don't see the Bulls getting up off the mat in that one.
There we go. There. On over to Chris.
Yeah, Heat Thunder. Let's take the over. 219 is a little bit low there. We see what this Thunder team's doing. So I'd probably just take there. I don't want to pick a side with that big a number, but might lean Thunder. I don't know, but I wouldn't pick a side there. I'd just take the over. Piston Bulls. I'm never betting the Bulls again the rest of the season. I had them yesterday at plus 5, and I think they have officially waved the white flag. So take the Pistons, lay the extended, whatever you want to do. I think they kill them again. Kings, Pelicans. I'd probably just take the over there. I need to see if McCollum's playing before I pick a side on that one.
Yeah, from Chris on over to Sean.
Yeah, I don't think the Bulls. I mean, 6.5 is that nearly enough? I mean, you said it, Chris. Are they totally checked out? That was what 71 to like 29 or something. It was a 40-point game in like the second quarter. It was ridiculous. Just I can't get involved in that. I want to say lay it though with the Thunder here. I know it looks like a lot of points, and I'm all for taking a bunch of points. But the way 36, 13, 12, 31, 29, 34, they've been blowing teams out. Miami, no points the last 2 games, 85 and 86. They're going to turn it on versus this team, which could very well be the West Conference champions. I don't know. I'd actually lay it, believe it or not. That's not normally where I'm at with a big spread like that, but give me the Thunder there. And we got Kings and the Pellies. Yeah, I got nothing even jumped on this. I don't even have a note on it. For all the games, nothing on this, guys. Sorry. No, thank you. Give me Thunder. Give me Thunder in that round.
And then from Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, it's hard to go against the Pistons after what we saw last night. Again, that line did adjust a bit. I do expect Lonzo Ball to be back, but I don't think he's going to make that much of a difference for the Bulls. Bit tougher line to beat, obviously, than we had yesterday, though. But I still probably lean that way. Might end up loving it, actually. And then I'm gonna stick to my big dog in the first half. I'll take the Heat +8 in the first half.
From El Nino, on over to Solo.
Yeah, Detroit and Chicago. It's gonna be a massacre. I think these teams get up and down. I'm gonna take this total over. Sacramento, New Orleans. I think New Orleans also laying down. I think they're done. Sacramento look like they're clicking on offense. I think they get up and down. I think this total goes over.
There we go from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games here. I like the over there with the Kings and the Pelicans. We've been looking here at this Pelicans team. They're giving a lot of points here over the past 529 points per game. But they're shooting the ball pretty well. So they're giving up a lot and scoring a lot. It's kind of the Pelicans we've seen for the past several years. They just run up and down, give up a lot of points, score a lot of points. both the Kings and Pelicans 5-1 in the over their past 6 games, like the over in that one. And I agree there with Chris on the over in the Heat and OKC. It seems kind of low for an OKC game because they've been putting up a ton of points as well there. And I think there'll be scoring opportunities for Miami on the other end of the court there in this one. We look at the OKC 14-5 to the over against the East, 11-3 to the over in their past 14 games. And when the Heat are on the road facing these good shooting teams that hit 46% or greater, the Heat have gone over in 10 of 14. So I'll look at the over in that one. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Shows. We'll continue here with his NBA card. Next game up here will be Bucks and T-Wolves. We got the T-Wolves 6.5, total 225. Suns and Rockets. The Rockets 7, total 224.5. Lakers and Jazz here in Utah this time. Lakers up to 8.5 from an opener of 7.5. Total 237. Let's take a look at the injury report here for these series of games. Milwaukee and Minnesota. Giannis, we know, is out until at least until the All-Star break. Connaughton and Lillard are probable. On the Minnesota side, no DiVincenzo, no Edwards, no Randall. And Edwards and Conley are both questionable. So the other Edwards there was Jesse Edwards. That was out. So and Edwards is questionable. So I've got to clear that one up. Phoenix and Houston. Remember Phoenix the back-to-back. We know Beal out, Martin out, Mitchell out for Phoenix. On the Houston side, no Zeller, no Van Fleet, no Smith. Sengun questionable there for the Phoenix Suns. Lakers and the Jazz here. On the Lakers side, no Vincent, no Reddish, no Kleber, no Vinny Smith there for the Lakers. Doncic, questionable already. Questionable there for Doncic. Reeves and James are probable there. I think Connect said he needs some more time to get adjusted. We'll see what the story is there. That was just a report that came out, but nothing on the injury report there. Martin and Sexton out for Utah, so we've got you caught up there with the injuries. On over to Rod.
Yeah, looking at a couple games in the spot, I'll take the Bucks plus the 6.5 there against the Timberwolves. I just don't trust the Timberwolves laying that kind of number there at home. Just not the cover machines. So give me the Bucks there plus the points. And then I don't trust the Suns on the back-to-back spot. If you couldn't keep it close last night, you're not going to keep it close here. You're going to lose by 10 plus in that one. Give me the Rockets. I'll lay it there. And then running back the Lakers and the Jazz. How do you just not take the over? I think we just track me right into the 240s again in that one. Give me the over 236.5 in that one with a lead to the Jazz to keep it close, but they looked awful defensively, and the Lakers just ran it up. So give me the over 236.5 in that matchup.
Yeah, from Rod. Next up, on over to Chris.
Yeah, Jazz, Lakers, definitely looking at the over in that one, not picking a side on that one. But, yeah, I think we get some points in that game. And then Rockets definitely got to lay it with them. I don't like the Suns on the back-to-back. And they almost came back on us yesterday, but we still got the cover and got the win. So, yeah, take the Rockets there. And with everybody being out on the Bucks and the Wolves, probably leave that one alone.
There from Chris, on over to Sean.
All right, we're going to go Bucks mini. You got to take mini here, right? I mean, -6. They won 3 of 4 playing well. Sign me up for the T-Wolves in this matchup. Next up, we'll go – I got to take the Rockets. Back-to-back. Suns kind of put up a fight because they were kind of getting blown out there early against Memphis. So I will lay it there with Houston. Back-to-back for the Suns. They're not a good team anyway. And the Lakers and the Jazz. Again, I mean, Lakers freaking red hot. What are they, 9-3 ATS run for them?
Yeah.
10 on the road. I mean, the Jazz. I hate the Jazz because they got an under ticket, so I don't want them to hang close. But 10 on the road, I'm not. Sorry, Laker fans. I just don't want to lay 10 on the road. I don't care what the team is.
8.5 like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but 8.5, you better be up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well be 10 points. So, yeah, I'll pass on that one. Give me favorite one out of that batch would probably be the Rockets.
There from Sean, on over to Al.
Yeah, I see Ron in the chat shouting out the first quarter pick, so I'm going to give him one here. I'll go Lakers first quarter here. If Doncic sits, I'll lean to the Jazz with the points to get a little respect back from whatever they did the last game. And, yeah, I think that's all I got pretty much for this slot.
There from Al Nino, on over to Solo.
Milwaukee and Minnesota. Looks like we got a lot of injuries here, but either way, I think about a lot of young guys get in. I think they get up and down, shoot a lot of threes. I'm gonna take this total over 225. Phoenix and Houston. I'm on Phoenix. This Houston team's just not really playing good ball right now. I think it has a lot to do with Van Fleet. What they had lost 5, 6 in a row, and now we're gonna lay 6.5 points. I know the Phoenix is on back to back, but Durant is back. Sign me up with the Suns plus 6.5 and a sprinkle.
From a sprinkle there from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to lay it here with Minnesota. These Bucks team, they've been on the road a lot, and they've been getting up a lot of points. In the past 7 road games, giving up 121 points per 100 possessions. Played with 7 of their past 10 have been on the road, and we're looking at another road spot here. So they're playing 8 of their past 11 on the road. I'll look at that. I'll look at the Timberwolves. The Bucks have failed to cover 7 of 8 there for this. So I'll look at Minnesota there. Phoenix and Houston. This will be Houston's second home game after a long road trip. Remember, they had that ugly game against Toronto on Super Bowl Sunday. They just finished a long stretch of road games. I think here now they're settled in they're playing back-to-back home games here, and they have rest advantage. I'll look at Houston in this spot. I just don't trust the Suns' defense. Suns has just been horrible defensively. You look at them here away from home. It's been horrible. You look at their past 5 games, give 127 points a game. I'll look at the Houston Rockets in that spot. And then Lakers and Jazz, like I've said before, this Lakers team they're going to go with a small lineup. And when you get with small lineups, you get a lot of quick shots and a lot of fast movements on the court there. So I like the over there with Lakers and Utah. And Utah, another dance partner who can put some points up as well, playing in that fast pace. So I look for over again here with the Lakers. The Lakers against these bad defensive teams, 3-1 the over on the road, facing teams that give 116 points or greater. The Lakers have gone over in 6 of their past 7 as well. So over there. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. Let's close out the NBA with these final 3 games. Trailblazers and Nuggets do it again. Nuggets 11.5, total 232.5. Warriors and Mavericks. Warriors 7, total 233.5. Grizzlies and Clippers. Clippers at home 4, total 238. Let's take a look at the injury reports here this early in the betting cycle. Portland and Denver. This is a long list here. We got Aiden, Henderson, and Thibault out for Portland. Williams, Murray, Grant, questionable. Minaya, McGowan's probable there for Portland. On the Denver side, Westbrook, Watson, Kankar out. Porter, questionable. Murray and Gordon here are probable. So lots of issues there with Denver. Warriors and the Mavericks. Just Kuminga out for Golden State. On the Dallas side, no Powell, no Martin, no Lively, no Gafford, no Davis. PJ and Exum are questionable. Memphis and the Clippers. Keep your eye on this one here. Bagley, Davis, and Spencer out. Eubanks and Simmons out for LA because no Simmons. Simmons coming over in that buyout clause. Keep an eye on Ja. Ja's in the lineup, but we know what happens sometimes with Ja. So let's keep an eye there in a back-to-back right before the All-Star break. So we get this one underway here with Rod.
Yeah, looking at Portland and Denver. Well, you've seen Portland back out onto the road, and their first 2 games they haven't looked good. So I'll just lay it with Denver there. Portland on the road is a fade 0-2 to start their road trip. So they played great at home, but that streak's definitely come to an end, and they've fallen off a cliff. Even with the issues you said that Denver's dealing with, I'll still lay it with the.
They're Baylor. They're the Baylor Bears of the NBA. Yeah.
Play Portland at home, fade them on the road so far. Let's see how the rest of this road trip does. But we've seen what they've done at home, and it's been quite the run for Portland, which I think has come to an end there in that matchup. And then looking at the last one on the slate to end the night, Memphis heading into LA to face this Clippers team. And guess what? The Memphis does in the second half, so back-to-backs. They continue to cover games. They're 7-1 ATS this season off of 0 days rest. I ain't getting off Memphis. Give me Memphis plus the 4.5 heading into LA in that matchup.
There from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Chris.
Blazers Nuggets. I'm going to take the over. We just saw this. The last one was 146 to 117. I know there's a bunch of people potentially out, probable, questionable. I'd still lean over 232, just a little bit low for that. Golden State Mavs. Whole lot of people out on the Mavs, man. I don't know if I can back them or even take that. So I'll probably just leave that one alone. I know they're up to 7 now. It's hard to lay 7 with Golden State on the road. And then, I'm back on my Grizzlies. I was on them last night, and we almost gave it away, but we, I don't know, somehow managed to squeak out 7 points there at the end, even though we were blowing them away. But I'll take the points for my Grizzlies. I think we cover again against LA.
From Chris, on over to Sean.
Yeah, I think I'm with Chris. You got to avoid the Mavericks. They lost it. Another guy goes down yesterday, but that's a pass. And Denver at home, like you said, we were talking about Portland at home the other day. You were saying it, Tony, about their nice run there. Yeah, well, you lose by 30 or 20, whatever it was the other day, 29. Then you lost by 16. Lay it with Denver here, 11.5. And Memphis, the back-to-back spot, the line tells you everything you need to know. I mean, you think that would be a 1 or 2, but no, it's a 4. I would lean Clippers in that one. Off since Saturday, a lot of time to get ready for the second best team in the West.
There you go. From Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the good old first half. Yeah, the Blazers been very, very disappointing lately, and no Jeremy Grant would be don't see them doing too well without him in this matchup. So it's gonna be a tough one, but I'll take a shot for them to. I think getting 7.5 in the first half compared to that 11 in the full game. I think better values on that 7.5 in the first half. So I'll take that one and hope they keep it close. No, definitely not my favorite pick of the night, but that's the one I'm going with.
From Al, we got more?
No, that's it for this one.
Okay. From Al and over Solo.
Portland and Denver. Portland just doesn't look too good since they left home, like everybody said. They had a nice little run. I think the sail's out the boat. I'm going to lay it with the Nuggets. Golden State and Dallas. Ever since Golden State made this trade, they got a little energy. They're moving the ball around, and they're definitely scoring points. I think they'll get to about 125, 130 themselves. Gafford is out, so Dallas will be struggling to stop people from getting to the bucket. So look for Germany to attack a little bit tonight. Let's lay it with Golden State and take that over.
Yeah, from Solo, tell me what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm with you guys laying it with Denver here. Denver's covered 5 straight, and they've been big favorites in many of those games. They've been favorites of 6 or greater. You look at this Denver team in their past 4 home games, averaging 133 points per 100 possessions. The plus 23 net rating in this home stretch for the Nuggets has been insane right now. Past 5 shooting 55%. Wow. Nuggets 12-2 to the spread at home, facing these bad defensive teams that give up 46% or greater. I just can't go against that one. Got to lay it here with Denver as well. Warriors and the Mavericks here. Man, just call me a sucker, man. I just got to see the points with Dallas. I just don't trust this Warriors team very much. Mavs at home against these bad defensive teams, 8-4 the spread, allowing 46% or greater. I'll take the 7 there with the Mavs. Believe it or not, the Mavs have covered 4 straight there. Warriors here when favored. Well, actually, they're going to be favored more than 6, so that's not going to apply there. So I'll look at them in that spot, and I'm gonna look at the Memphis Grizzlies here plus the points here. And, it's a back-to-back, but again, I have not been that impressed with the Clippers since again, yeah, they did beat Utah, but that's Utah, right? They had that big slip last year around this time of the year where they looked great. I think they were number 2 in the West, and pushing for that number 1 seed in the West. And they just tanked the rest of the season, got eliminated in the playoffs. It was just a nasty final stretch of games here. I don't trust the Clippers in the second half based on what I saw last season. Look at the Grizzlies. They're shooting the ball really well. It's a lot of points given more than 1 possession against a defensive-minded Clipper team who's not in very good defensive form, by the way. And this is a Clipper team that has failed to cover 5 of 7. Grizzlies 17-9, the spread on the road. I'll look at them plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. We got you through the NBA card, so we'll turn our attention to the college basketball card for tonight. Reminder, we're giving you our free picks, but if you want our best plays, our premium plays, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. We got leaderboards, we have premium picks, we have best bets. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or not purchase will be credited back to your account for side credits. That's profit guaranteed. See the link in the description. You get on over there to Tony'sPicks.com, and we'll get you rolling there. Many of the cappers you see on our show on the leaderboards, like Sean Higgs, unit leader. We've got also Rod up there on the leaderboard. Solo doing great in NBA. Got Al NBA good day. Chris on leaderboard here, number 1 in the NBA for us this year. So guys, get on over and get signed up. Ron Hahn in the chat coming off a big day. 5-1 yesterday for Ron Hahn. Shout out there running our chat. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show as we get ready here to switch on over to college hoops. And let's tell you that the time windows we'll cover here. All right, in the first block 1, we're going to cover the games beginning at 6 Eastern, and we'll include the games at 8:30 Eastern time, our usual slot. So that will be today, 6 Eastern, include the 8:30 Eastern. We start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at this slate of action. Looking at some jogs here early in this early slate of games. First one I'm looking at is give me NC State plus the 6.5 against Louisville. Louisville's definitely not been running teams out of the gym, and I think NC State at home here. And this one hangs with Louisville, keeps it close. They don't outright them that one, so grab the 6.5. The home dog there. Stick with the trend of the home dog. Give me South Carolina, the Gamecocks. I don't trust Ole Miss laying 5 on the road. I don't trust Ole Miss laying 5 in the best of times. So give me South Carolina plus the 5 in that matchup. And then you want to lay 8 with Dayton on the road? I don't want to lay 8 with Dayton on the road. No chance. They haven't played good on the road all season long, has been Dayton. So give me Fordham plus the 8 in that one. Sticking with the home dogs. Another home dog here. Give me South Carolina upstate. I know Asheville's been solid, but laying 9.5 on the road, that's just too many for Asheville in that matchup, especially against South Carolina upstate. Solid basketball team there, especially at home. I'll take the 9.5 in that one. And then the one more early is, I don't know, that line just looks a little bit light. Favored St. John's at only 2 on the road. Hey, Villanova, I'll take Villanova on the money line in that matchup. And then ETSU taking on Western Carolina. Give me the over. It was at 141. Went up to 141.5. It's now ticked up to 142. Take the over. ETSU, Western Carolina.
From Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, the only one I got in this spot, just to touch on the Ole Miss South Carolina one, I take the under there. I mean, we're just neither one of these teams shoot really well against conference. South Carolina 2-8 to the or 8-2 to the under, and Ole Miss is 7-4 to the under. I don't think we get up to that. And then I'd probably lean South Carolina with the points. I don't want to take my Rebels with, like Rod said, 5 on a good day. So yeah, just take South Carolina with the points and take the under.
From Chris on over to Sean.
I've got Nova plus 2, Temple minus 7.5, Chattanooga plus 4.5, and Evansville plus 3.5 in early action here.
There from Sean on up to Al.
Yeah, I really like St. John's early there. I think they're a better team as long as they take care of the ball. That's the slight concern, I guess. Over 10.5 turnovers per game. You got to be more careful with the ball than that. But other than that, I think they're the much better team all around. So I like St. John's to get the job done on the road there. Kind of same story here for Louisville, laying a slightly bigger number. But again, as long as they take care of the ball, they're averaging 10.5 turnovers a game. So as long as they don't turn it over too much, I think they can cover this number for us. One I like slightly less, I guess, is UMass. I think they're just a better defensive team. They get the job done at home here as long as they control the boards. And again, slightest of leans on Xavier, but I'm not too crazy about that one.
From Al on over to Solo.
St. John's and Nova. I think I like these teams to get up and down and push this total over 139.5. Stanford and Georgia Tech. I think that's a long road trip for Stanford. I like Georgia Tech at the house on the money line. And VCU and George Washington. VCU's clearly the better team, but I like the Colonials at home plus 8.5.
There from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, St. John's Villanova, like I've done with St. John's games. I like them under the way they play defense here. Past 5 games, got 37% of the shooting. They've gone under in 4 of their past 5. Villanova in pretty good defensive form here. We know St. John's offensive shooting numbers are just horrid, yet they win games because of defense and rebounding, and that's how they get it done. I like the under there. Iowa and Rutgers, believe it or not, you're going to give me over 2 possessions here with Iowa. I'm going to take it. Give me the team that can shoot against the team that can't shoot. I don't trust Rutgers laying more than 2 possessions, even at home here. It's not the rack anymore, by the way, as we know that we talked about before.
Jersey Mike.
Yeah, Hawkeyes shooting 47% in conference play. Give them to me in this spot there. I'm just going to lay with Louisville against NC State. Louisville, really good offensive team, and they get the job done on the road. They've covered 9 of 11 away from home, where they shoot 47%. So I'll look at them in that spot. Hold my nose and take Okie State plus the points. I know they've been brutal on the road, but man, this TCU team just having a hard time shooting the basketball, and they're in terrible defensive form. You just look at the past 5 games, giving it 48% shooting. The one 830 I like is I'm going to take, again, another will hold your nose here with Washington at plus 11. This Buckeyes team in terrible shooting form terrible defensive form right now. We've seen some improvement here from this Washington Huskies team finally waking up here. As what have they done here? I believe they've covered here. They've covered 4 of their past 5 as they're shooting 46%. So we've seen some life out of this Huskies team to cover that big number there at Ohio State. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we'll close out college hoops. We'll cover the games beginning at 9 Eastern time and include the late night game tonight, Wyoming, New Mexico at 10 Eastern. So we cover 9 Eastern and the 10 Eastern. We start with Rock.
Yeah, look at this late slate. Definitely not my favorite slate of college basketball action in the late night window. Duke lane 23. I don't know about that. It's a lot of points for Duke to be laying, but they just continue to cover those spreads. In that one, I would lean to Duke, but definitely not rushing to the window to bet that one. And then looking at LSU headed into Arkansas. You know what? I'm going to take LSU plus it's ticked up to 10 as I was talking about it. I'll take the 10 with LSU in that one to keep it close with Arkansas. And then the only one I really, really like in this spot is Drake over Illinois State. The Redbirds playing solid this season, but Drake's just dominated them. Winners of 9 straight games, including earlier this year, which was 66-62 back at Drake. Maybe lay 2 with Drake. I'll lay 2 with Drake there in that one. I think it might be ticked up to 2.5. I think they continue to dominate Illinois State in that matchup.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Oklahoma, Missouri. I'm going to take Oklahoma in that one, and then LSU, Arkansas. I'm going to take the over. We just saw this game a while back, and it was 78-74. I think they can get up there again and get us the points.
There we go from Chris on over to Sean.
LSU for me as well. You said it's up to 10 now?
10 now, yeah, ticked up to 10.
10 at Pinnacle. That's been
Right,
the lead from 9.5 everywhere. With the sharp book 10, getting the sharp action on Arkansas.
Well, I'll take a 10 there. And Wyoming, this was 17.5. It's coming down. It's down to a 15.5 now.
Yep.
Give me the Cowboys late. There you go.
There from Sean on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I have to completely agree with Rod here. I wasn't too crazy about many of these, but the one that really stood out was Drake, 6-1 on the road, so you don't have to worry too much about them traveling there. Winners of 10 straight. They just won this one last month, 66-62. So pretty close at home there. You'd think that that traveling might swing this game the other way, but I don't think so. I'll trust Drake on the road here. Illinois State does shoot the ball really well, but I think they'd have to be like perfect from deep to pull off the upset here. So I'll take them to die by the 3 in that one, and smaller lean to LSU getting the points. Just 1 on the 5, 1 and 5 on the road there, but again, getting 10 points is a different story than winning on the road. So I think they keep that one competitive, or at least single digits.
There from Al on over to Solo.
Yeah, Cal and Duke. This is a long road trip for Duke. I'm going to lay it with Duke. I think they bounce back. I think the Blue Devils get back on track. I'm going to lay it. Drake and Illinois State. Give me Illinois State on the money line. I think they come to play. I think they get it done. This line is a little funny to me. I think they handle business at home. Let's take them on the money line. And I'm going to lay it with Arkansas.
Lay it with Arkansas from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Sticking with this ugly dog that we've had here earlier on. I like Arizona State here plus the points. They defend away from home where they've covered 9 of their past 13. Raiders in a bit of a shooting slump over the past 5 games, just over 41%. Ugly dog here. Get me Arizona State here plus the 16.5 here, 16 and a hook. Yeah, 16 and a hook there with the Sun Devils. All right, we got you through the college basketball card, and now it's time for our parlay privilege segment where our cappers and give us parlays and give team player props, games in the future. They make the call on this segment. We'll start off with Rod.
Yeah, for me, we're going to go with give me the Wizards in the first half. Give me the Raptors in the first half. And then give me Memphis plus the 4.5 full game.
There from Rod
in the NBA.
On over to Chris.
3-teamer in the NBA. Give me points with Spurs, Hawks, and Grizzlies.
From Chris on over to Sean.
All right. Michigan cash yesterday, 30-21. I do have 3 today for you. All college basketball. Again, straight them up. 30-21. Can't complain about. I'm not telling you to parlay these Lex, 18-legger Lex. Don't do it. Nova plus 2.5. Chattanooga plus 4.5. And Wyoming, it's plus 15.5. There you go. 2-1 minimum coming in. There you go.
Here we go from Sean on over to Al.
Lakers first quarter, Pacers first quarter, and I'll go St. John's.
There from El Nino. It's on over to Solo.
We're gonna go Bulls and Pistons over, Nuggets, Portland over. And yesterday on the happy hour, I gave out Karl Anthony Towns hit over 3 3-pointers at plus 275. It hit. We're gonna run that back again today. Cat over 3 3-pointers at plus 265 right now.
They're back there with Cat from Solo. Tell you what, the ones I like the Hawks plus the points. Overs with the Kings and Pelicans. Over with the Lakers and the Utah Jazz. All right, we got you through our Parlay Perfect segment. Let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Head to some hoops action today. We'll see what Rod has going on over at Tony'sPicks.com. Rod has put together over 1,200 units of profit for 2025. Rod, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
And over at Tony's Picks today, I got my NBA drop a dime play. That's my top play on the board tonight. Definitely scoop that up. It's available singly. It will be thrown into a package here very shortly, where I'll have a nice little 5-pack going here on Wednesday. As you can see, I got my NBA drop a dime play up there. I got a couple more in the back end. I'm just going to put them together in a package for you. A couple college basketball, a couple NBA, plus my NBA drop a dime play will be included in that 5-pack today. So jump aboard that, or better yet, best way to go is grab that 3-day moneymaker pass and join for the next 3 days. Let's put some cash into your pocket. Hit the link in the description. Head to right on over. Use Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off all those purchases. Because when you go long term here, then you don't miss out on any of those late steam plays. We find something late, we get some late info, we throw those in there for you, and you get those emailed directly to you. So jump aboard long term here at Tony's Picks. That's the way to go.
That's right, guys. Got both Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. We're put up a great year here in 2025. Let's see what Chris has for sale. Chris has been a unit leader here over in the NBA over at Tony'sPicks.com. Chris, what you got for sale?
I got you guys a 3-pack today. Got a best bet in the NBA and 2 premiums in the NBA. Left college basketball alone today, but yeah, wrapped them all up like you guys. People have been liking the 3-packs there for one price, so did that, and then yeah, we'll just we'll have some more college basketball as we get into it a little bit more. I went 2-1 yesterday, so not a bad day on that. 2-1 in the NBA, so we're keeping the NBA, trying to get back on top there. But yeah, use the promo code Tony T checkout, save you 15%. Pair me up with one of these other guys. Everybody's on the leaderboard. 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. And yeah, hop on something long term so I can get you that late steam. I know I've got a couple clients right now on a couple 3 days. I've been getting you guys those. So yeah, just let's just keep trying to kill the NBA.
Get on board with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. Putting the great numbers here in the NBA, as you can see, fully documented. Just go to Chris's handicapper page, link in the description, get on over there and get signed up. All right, let's take a look here. What we got going here. Next up, we've got Sean. We'll see what Sean has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Sean is a unit leader this year, 3,265 units of profit. What do you got for sale, Sean, over at Tony's Picks?
College hoops. That's what we're doing. Listen, like Chris said, he's rolling along NBA. He's sticking NBA hard. Nothing wrong with that. I'm rolling along college basketball. I'm gonna keep going college hoops. 3-pack up. I got 6 total games in there, but I just put a 3-pack up. So I mean, obviously, you buy a weekly. It's better value. You get more plays, and I don't try to crush everybody with 10 single plays and stuff like that. So I put I guess my favorite kind of 3 there in a package for you. Go get it. What's there to say? You see the numbers there. College basketball, I think, number 1 here. Definitely number 1 there for the year on the site with college hoops. Don't know overall going back to last season, but or last year there or whatever. But you see the numbers. We do all right. I find some spots there in the NBA and stuff. So it is what it is. So you maybe get some sprinkled in there on weekly passes for NBA, but not weekly pass for NBA. You know what I'm talking about. If you get weekly, you might get some NBA, but all college hoops. That's it. Nothing else to say there. Let's go college basketball tournaments on the 2nd.
That's right. Get on board with Sean. You see the volume in college hoops, and the results here have been really good. Sean in the green in the major sports, so get on board with Sean over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the great results green across the board yesterday, 7 days, 30 days, 1 year. So no better time now to get on board with Sean over at Tony's Picks. Long-term pass. Use promo code Tony. Check out. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, let's take a look here at what El Nino's have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. El Nino's come off a pretty good day in the NBA yesterday. What you got for sale, Al?
Yeah, 2-0. I said I wanted to get on the Raptors if that number got any crazier, but I thought I should have got the number, whatever it was. I thought it obviously was enough. Anyways, still 2-0 there in the NBA despite that, but definitely left some money on the table there. I got my best bet, $19 best bet, and then I got a 3-pack sold separately, which does not include that best bet. And then a 5th NBA pick so far right now for everyone on the long-term passes. Might have a Steam player too as well loaded up. I'm going to try not to go too overboard here, but some of these numbers getting pretty crazy, so we'll have to see where they end up, and might end up with another Steam player too.
Very good. Again, El Nino's over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see El Nino's ready to roll here with his Wednesday alley-oop play, $19 promotional item. Also a 3-pack up there from NBA, so get on board with Al over at Tony's Picks. You can also consider long-term passes. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be required back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. All right. There, we'll see you up. Next up, we'll see what Solo has for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Solo's put together some really good numbers here from the NBA. Solo, what you got up for sale?
I got 5 total picks. I got a 3-pack. I got a best bet. You know, I'm all in the NBA. Paid a little juice last 3 days. Like I said, we won 500, but today's a huge card out here. We can find some spots. We're going to make some money. We're going to get to the bank. So sign up with me short-term, long-term. Premier one of the good cappers. You know, we ready to roll. About to head into the All-Star break. So, you know, we're going to dive into the books. We're going to tap into college basketball as well. And then I will be back firing. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed with Solo at Tony'sPicks.com. He's got a best bet on the board right now for you, NBA. Also in action with 3-pack from the NBA on the one-day passes. Remember, you can also opt for the long-term pass instead of buying these plays individually. 3, 7, or 30 All Sports Pass all the way up to a year. Get on board there. You also include those late Steam plays only on the long-term passes that we allow our cappers to post plays between 10 minutes to 2 hours before game time. And those plays will be emailed directly to the long-term subscribers using the email you use to sign up for the service. Late Steam, really exclusive, only at Tony'sPicks.com. I don't see it on any other site. So get on board with Solo here on the long-term and get signed up. All right. I've got a best bet on the board right now here from the NBA. Also working on our packages behind the scenes. So I'll have a multi-pack for you as well. You can also get on board with my long-term pass, 7-day pass to get you covered for the hoops here for the next 7 days. And remember the promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock off that 15% off. We also have multi-capper promotions. You can match me up with your favorite capper here on the panel and go and get signed up. All right, we got you through here. 26 Morning Show, guys, are with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, guys. So make sure you tune in, like, and subscribe, and, of course, set those notifications here on our show. I just want to let you know that if you happen to miss any of our shows, you can also go right over to our YouTube channel at Tony's Picks. Just type Tony's Picks. You'll find us on the YouTube. If you miss a live show, well, just hit the live tab here. You'll see the live tab. Hit it there, and you'll be able to watch the replay of our show. You can also watch our happy hour replay or past shows as we archive nicely here on our show. If you're on podcast, we put all our shows on podcast format as well. On your favorite podcast, Tony's Picks, just find it. You'll be able to check us out there. Also, our video content, lots of content here on our videos. Pretty much we go in depth here with the games on demand. You can see I got stuff up there. We got Al Nino's with his looking for underdog plays. He's got his underdog video series up there right now. You can check that out. Also, as we go through our YouTube channel, you'll see lots of content here. I'm doing my deep dive videos from NBA college hoops. You see Chris coming in with the Cavs Raptors game, Trailblazers Nuggets, going deeper dive. Bo is trying to get his computer together, but he can get us the on-demand content there. Also, our man in there with Kevin Thomas with the video. Ron Crawford coming in with an LSU and LSU game here against we've got LSU and we've got Arkansas there with this pick from the SEC. So as you can see, we've got our cappers coming in with videos. So go ahead and check us out here. There's Bo. You guys been asking about Bo. He's been doing some on demand now. He tries to get his computer together with the streaming there. So guys, check us out over at Tony's Picks and like and subscribe and set those notifications. We've got everybody covered here on the show there. And of course, we got another live show, guys. You can tune in this later in the afternoon here, 5 Eastern time, of course, for the happy hour. Lost Rod, or did I kick him out? He must have lost Rod in the cold. All right, we'll ask Chris. So, what's your plans here on the YouTube channel throughout the week?
I got like you said, I got 2 videos out there today. I'm just gonna keep putting out the NBA videos right up to the All-Star break. I'll probably get you guys All-Star game video as well, and then we'll just keep putting those out, and then maybe throw in SEC basketball video here and there as we get them.
And then Solo, we pop in on the morning show. We always catch you on those happy hours as well.
Yeah, I'm popping in on the morning show, and like you say, be around for the happy hour. So we'll be around all week.
All right, with Solo and of course Sean, one of our New York Scappers, doing great work here. Sean, will you pop in here for us here in the mornings?
Always in the mornings. I'll see you. So, yeah, listen, once the kids don't have to get fed when coming home like a bunch of animals, I'll be in more of the dinner time hour, especially for baseball. Love some baseball.
Yeah, that's some baseball as well. And of course, Al Nino's, you put together that video series. We catch you here on the morning shows and occasionally on the happy hour as well.
Yeah, off to a good start in the college basketball series. So make sure you stay tuned during the NBA break. And I went back to the NBA for today. See how it goes tomorrow. Still got a few games in the NBA left for tomorrow. But yeah, make sure you tune into that. It's been pretty good and more often than not. So check that out and all the rest of the good videos we got up at Tony's Picks.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. I'll be back. Rod really hosting the show 5 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you tune in to the happy hour there. All right, that's going to do it for our show. We're back again here tomorrow here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. So make sure you guys tune in to our live show at 9:30 a.m. All right, that'll do it. Anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
I'm good.
You're good. Everyone's good?
Have a good day.
All right, good day, guys. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Six Morning Show.